there's a lot of that happening on Epstein Island, and that's the reason they don't want the files released. I really think some bad things. Well, obviously, we all know some bad things happened there.
I think it might have.
I think even more bad things. Hot take. I think rich men with islands, bad things happen there. Welcome to When Harry Dumped Sally. I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Minnick.
This is a podcast where we usually watch a rom-com, but it's spooky season, so we're doing our, I think, first true horror / more psychological thriller of the season to end spooky season.
This one was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we normally do on this podcast?
We talk about the movie. All right. We watch the movie. We talk about the main relationship in the movie. And then we discuss how long we think the couple's going to stay together after the credits roll.
Yes.
Who breaks up with who? Why?
And why?
If so.
And
this week we watched...
Blink Twice.
Blink Twice.
2024?
2024. It is directed by Zoe Kravitz, and she also helped write it. It's her directorial debut.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We have our second Channing Tatum film.
Second Channing Tatum film. The logline for this is when tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. And we've got Channing Tatum, like we said, as Slater King, and then Naomi Ackie as Frida.
Yes. You had watched this before, right?
Yes, I had watched this before. For our last one, we got a couple suggestions from people, and then I was kind of trying to figure out for our last one what horror movies even have couples, and I don't remember why this movie... Oh, it was because we were watching something with Naomi Ackie in it, and I was like, oh yeah, she was in that movie Blink Twice, and then I was like, oh, I guess they do technically in a fucked up way end up together in the end. So
It's true.
So, yeah, spoilers obviously on this podcast every single time. If you're not expecting them, I don't really know what to tell you.
Yep. We wouldn't do it unless they ended up together.
Yeah, but they do. They do.
I hadn't watched this.
But you had seen the trailer and had wanted to?
Yeah, I'd wanted to. But I take it back. I mean, I think it was a great movie, but it made me physically deeply uncomfortable. And I know that's kind of the point of big scaries, but oof.
Yeah, it is a rough movie. Also, for people, I'm going to do this and then we'll jump into the movie. We're dressed up. It's our last one. We've got an 80s girl and Waluigi, which are the two people who are correct to talk about this dark, disturbing film. When I was putting on this costume, I was like, this is going to be really fucked up. The movie starts with a trigger warning, and so I think we should just like right off the bat with the podcast be like, we are 1,000% going to be discussing sexual assault throughout this podcast because that is the main theme of the movie. And I get Waluigi and an 80s girl are the right people to be talking about.
I think so. This. I think they're the only people really to talk about it the right way. Well,
especially 80s. People love sexual assault in the 80s. So
And drugs.
Yeah. And Waluigi's a villain and probably rapes people. So
yeah. So it's us. It's us, baby.
This movie, it's really well done, but it is fucked up.
Yeah. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was a tough one. I think I have always had like an extreme fear of like being drugged and the other stuff too. But like it like really visceral and disconcerting, the like losing time and not knowing what happened, and it felt very yucky.
I think anybody who has experience and being drugged, I think a big thing that people don't realize is it feels different than like blacking out from drinking. And blacking out from drinking can be very like upsetting as well, and scary, but like being drugged, it is a different feeling. It's like a different, I don't know. It's very invasive.
Yeah, absolutely. And like losing time is so scary.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we have to do our 3, 2, 1s, I guess.
Yes, but at the end of the day, these two lovebirds end up together.
My God. So bizarre.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Forever, I guess. Yeah. As long as our girl can get away with it.
I know, like until he finds out or somebody catches on. But I think that she holds so much power in this situation.
Yeah.
That, like, because the people who I think could catch on to it are the other men. Who know about this island and know what they're doing on this island and could see that she is doing this to Slater now. But
she
by
has
them
all of the
calling
blackmail.
it out, that will, then she can basically ruin their lives. So I think that everyone might just allow her to get away with this.
Yes. There's no reason not to. She has like probably Polaroids and Polaroids of each of them doing whatever to whoever.
There's tons of evidence.
Yes.
They make people take away their phones, but they still take tons of pictures.
It's so weird. I don't really understand that.
I think that it might just be like sociopathic in a way, like how serial killers will keep things of people.
That I also was wondering if it was like, I feel like people always want to take pictures, especially like young women, and like to give them like a sense of comfort for not having their phones. Like, oh, yeah, like some weird thing.
We're taking pictures. Like,
we're having fun.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. So if you haven't seen the movie and are not going to watch it or don't care, and if at this point you're listening, it's probably one of those things. Basically, all the women on this island are being drugged in a way that makes them forget, you know, everything that's happening to them every night. Yeah. And then in the end, our main girl, Frida, she flips it around. And now she has Slater, the billionaire, drugged. And she's basically taken over his life. And they're married. And she's controlling him. So,
yep. Passionate, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's really dark. It's really fucked up. But then at the same time, like, even in the beginning, we get her being like, revenge is success is the best form of revenge. And I guess she, like, ultimately did that. Yeah,
she did. But, like, really right up to the end, I was like, I don't know how we end up with any couple together at the end of this movie. It was not looking good.
No.
For anyone.
No, and even with our couple who ends up together, it's not looking great.
No.
I don't know. Like, I understand. I wonder if there's a world where she could like, divorce him, take half, assuming that she didn't have him sign a prenup, take half, and then he gets to remember everything again, but she's like, well, I could ruin your life. But then also, then he's probably going to go back to doing it. And she probably doesn't want it to happen to anybody else.
No, I don't know why you'd give up all that power.
Yeah.
And being able to, like, blackmail all these men and...
Yeah, she's set.
And it sounds great to just even, like, rub it in their faces that, like, they can't do this anymore, you know? Mm-hmm. Yuck.
All right, we start the movie, and it's with Frida. She's in her bathroom. She's scrolling Instagram and TikTok. She does nail art. That's, like, her thing, and so she's posting to her Instagram. Scrolling through, and she comes across a video of Slater apologizing for his behavior.
Like, very cliche apology that you see. celebrities
Yes.
do.
He was caught for, and I don't feel like it's ever clear what he was caught for, because this island is something he buys after he has to step down from his company.
Yeah,
So,
the implication is just like he had crazy parties with women and things were bad.
Yeah, he probably did some like sleeping with subordinates, shit like that. Like, I doubt that this island is the first time that he's drugging women.
Yeah, and he is like, dumb apology is like, I have a new life now. I'm in therapy. I have chickens. It's like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm doing my leave of absence. Yeah, he was stepped down because there was an abuse of power, I wrote.
Okay.
So, yeah, and he's the head of King Tech, whatever they do. He's like, I bought an island. You have to stop and smell the flowers, which is foreshadowing because the flowers are the things that are drugging the women.
Everyone and making them forget Desideria or something.
Yes, it's a made-up flower. I double-checked, although I'm sure flowers like this exist.
Yeah, and then her roommate like knocks.
She's like, do you have my lighter? Everybody's always taking her roommate Jess.
Yeah.
Which is Aaliyah Shawkat. She's maybe from Arrested Development.
Yeah, and Search Party.
Yes. And everyone's always taking her lighter, and that's kind of a through line.
Yeah.
So they're both caterers. They work together. They live together. They're going to be catering this party hosted by Slater. Frida's boss is like, you need to be more invisible. You were too chatty last year. Like, don't forget to smile. A big thing is constantly like, don't forget to smile.
Yeah. Seem like everything's fine and good.
Which is like a theme throughout the movie, and I think a theme for most women, like that we are taught at a very young age. And I don't even know, we're probably taught it from like, hey, why not give us a smile? Why don't you smile more? But I think from just a safety perspective, we learn pretty quickly that it's like, you will be safer if you smile. And if you're amiable and if you're like a sweet girl, then you'll be safe.
Yeah, you can move through things easier because it makes men feel more like comfortable and nice.
Yes.
Arguably, they're less likely to be aggressive or whatever. Because you're not being a bitch to them by just not smiling.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Men really love to get their feelings hurt when a woman doesn't smile at them, which is crazy because they're never fucking smiling.
No.
I don't see men like walking down the street smiling. They're just looking like fucking people. And so I just really don't understand why they won't take their own advice and smile more.
Yeah, they really need to. So they sneak in. She does remember that Slater liked her nails from another one of these galas or whatever it is.
Well, and that's what like she remembers. Okay, so in the future, we're going to find out that she has been to this island before, and the last time she met him at the gala, he took her there. Yeah. But I guess she probably remembers meeting him at the gala and remembers having a good time with him. So she's like, oh, I'm going to see him again at the gala. Like, I hope that he likes me or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. I mean, I guess like if you're a person who wants power, I guess it would make you feel important that a tech billionaire like is interested in you. But I'm also just like yeah, Channing Tatum's an attractive man. I guess I just don't get that. I wouldn't be like, I don't know. I guess you could have a bunch of money. I guess that's nice. I don't really get it though. Yeah,
I agree. But like they are, in theory, like struggling financially. And the name of her nail stuff is really bad. I just want it on the record.
Animals.
Yeah. Could have been like Anna Nails or something. Animals is bad.
Animals. Yeah. She makes nails with animals on her nails. Yeah. Right now she has blue cats.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Frida or Jess who snuck in like 2 dresses for them to dress up and go.
Yes, they're like, let's stop working and put on these fancy dresses and pretend we're at this gala, which I was like, how are you getting away with this when
all of your coworkers are around?
Yeah, your coworkers are going to be like, bitch, why are you not helping?
Yep. It's wacky.
But whatever, they get away with it. They're walking around. Frida, she's runs into a server. She falls. Slater pulls out his hand and like helps rip off the heel. I guess her other heel broke
to make a match.
Mm-hmm. And then he introduces her to all the people who will. Well, his therapist comes to the island later, but he basically introduces her to all the people who are going to eventually be on the island.
Yeah, and Frida says to therapist, blink twice if I'm in danger, and he does. And Slater's like, and they move on,
Which, like, the therapist is so interesting of a character because, he seems to, he knows everything that's happening.
Yeah, I don't get if he's a real therapist, if he's really his therapist.
Into it, like, because there's a point when she starts remembering things where she like realizes he was there and being like, and this makes them forget absolutely everything. But then if he's like blinking twice, like telling her she's in danger, I don't know.
I think to him it's a joke because he knows like no one's going to remember,
Yeah.
But I do think he's like probably taken part in messed up stuff. Like anyone who's getting a bag from there is getting a bag because they're taking part in fucked up stuff, and he got a bag.
Yes. And I think also I could see him being, like a evil psychiatrist trope where this is just like interesting to him from like a brain perspective.
That's true. And I think it is,
Yeah.
So
they're all just like hanging out. The gala's over, and his personal assistant is there. She kind of has this moment where she's like, nice to see you, instead of like, nice to meet you, which is like weird because it's like, oh, have you...
Yeah, I didn't clock that.
Frida thinks it's weird. I think I clocked a few things watching it the first time because I knew or the second time because I knew what was going to happen. And then he tells Frida that he's going to his island for a few days, so he invites her and Jess, and they're on their private jet. They're arriving. They're getting champagne.
Yeah. And they're all like going to their place, and in each of the rooms, everyone has like their own like set of clothing that all looks the same as each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's a perfume, and she finds like a lip gloss in her room that looks really gross, and she like throws it away and says like better luck next time, implying that other woman couldn't like get Slater, but she did or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we get scared by the housekeeper.
Yes. Also, before she goes in there, everyone has to get rid of their phones.
Yes,
and
which
they
is
keep
scary.
having this thing where I think Slater says this. He's like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And then everyone kind of still does it. And I feel like this is a big theme throughout it. And obviously, they're making them forget all the horrible things they're doing to them. But like, they really make it feel like
this is all your choice.
Just say no.
Yeah, nothing bad's happening here.
Yeah, you can always
leave
say
anytime.
No. We'll never make you stop. But it's like, I think so many women have probably been in this situation where it's like, you're hearing one thing, but the implication is shut up and do the thing. Because there will be trouble if you don't.
The feeling is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like you got to go with whatever is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because to do the opposite could be to imply that something is bad, to have people react a weird way.
And I really do think women are just very intuitive in these situations. And so you're kind of like, okay. There's also the peer pressure aspect of it. Everybody's gotten rid of their phone. What I'm going to
am I being difficult?
Who's being...
I know. I was like, I wish Jess had. I was like, good for you for wanting it,
Yeah.
Because I'd love to see like what happens when someone doesn't go along with it,
Yeah. Do they send them back? Do they pretend for a minute? And then they're like, okay, you got to go. Do they just kill them right away?
We don't know.
So anyway, then the door bursts open and the creepy old lady who like works there is like, Red Rabbit. And she keeps saying Red Rabbit at her, and she's kind of like, ha ha ha, okay. And then
it's
the lady
very scary.
Like runs off.
She has a snake tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And she just like leaves. And the landscaping people are doing like weird smiles at all the girls.
Yes.
One of the women is like, is it weird that like they gave us all of our clothes in our size? And one of the other girls like, no, it's rich. They're like rich people.
Yeah, it's not weird. It's rich. Jess is like, when are they going to do the human sacrifice? Which, like, ultimately she ends up tied up and sacrificed. So
sad.
Yeah. And then we've got Heather and Camilla are two of the, like, dumbest women, but
yeah.
I really like it, Heather.
Was Heather the one with the bangs at some point? Yeah.
I like her because her voice gets more and more fucked up as the movie goes on. And I think it's just from screaming all night. Like, I think it's an interesting thing because it's like she's slowly losing her voice throughout the movie. And by the end, she's like, do you have a lighter?
That's so interesting.
Anyway, they're hanging out by the pool. People are borrowing Jess's lighter. Jess also keeps having this joke where she's like, oh, everyone steals my lighter. Do I need to write my name on it? And then at some point she does. Another woman comes, Sarah, and she was on Hot Survivor Babe. She's like a reality show star.
Sarah's awesome.
Yes. Sarah is like, I did what I had to do to survive. That's how you win.
Yeah.
That's what she ultimately does.
And it's a lot of them just like hanging by the pool, smoking blunts, drinking champagne.
Yes. Sarah like hates all the other women, honestly. Sarah's vibe is mean, honestly, at first.
Her vibe is mean at first. Her vibe is like, I want the attention of this rich guy. Because we're all kind of like under the impression that she's sort of come here with that chef guy and that they're like a couple.
Yes. Cody or Corey or something. Cody.
Not the case, it turns out, but it is the vibe the whole time. So you're kind of like, okay, but she's still like hitting on Slater. And she's upset when Frida gets attention from Slater. Yes.
All of these women are basically have been picked up because they are easy to take advantage of.
Yeah.
And that's why these men have grabbed them. So then Slater and Frida are walking around. Slater gives her a flower. This is when he's like, they only grow here on this island. And he's like, my parties are different now because he's been in therapy. There's snakes all over this island, which the workers are killing. And you're just like seeing them do this. And it's weird.
Yeah, they're talking about therapy. Frida says she thinks therapy is self-indulgent bullshit. She's like, why would I pay someone to tell about the time my mom killed herself in front of me?
Rough. Maybe you should, Frida.
Doesn't seem like the worst idea.
Seems like something you might want to do. And he's like, oh, my therapist specializes in repressed memories. I can't remember anything before the age of 10. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I'd pay money to forget things.
Yeah. There's a lot of like forgetting is a gift.
Forgetting your trauma is a gift. And like, I think it seems like it would be a gift, but ultimately like those bad things are coming up in your subconscious. Like,
yeah, it would be a gift if it didn't also happen to affect you all of the time in ways you don't know.
Yes. I feel like a lot of people, repressed memories are fucking you up. And like, you're sitting there being like, why am I so anxious? Why am I so depressed? Why is this so triggering? What's happening to me? You might just not remember something.
Big time. Big time.
And we find out he's had a rough childhood as well. He mentions his sister remembers everything, but he doesn't remember anything. He's repressed these memories.
Yeah, he can't remember anything from before he was 10.
And so this is another, like, I don't know, hurt people, but like, God, he does take it too far.
He's hurting. Yeah, and the whole like forgetting is a gift thing. The flower that makes you forget, there's like a perfume of it that we see.
Yes,
Frida spray on herself.
They're giving all of the women has the flower on it, and that is what makes you smelling it.
And the bottles of these are also in the to-go bags for each of the people who leave too. Yes. Like the whole, and it's like a very literal forgetting as a gift.
And presumably they get to take it home and use it on other women. Congrats.
Yeah, yucks.
But the other part that we find out that's important is the snake venom. The reason they're killing all these snakes is the snake venom is what makes you remember. So it counteracts the flowers.
Yeah. We don't know this. No one knows this at this point. None of our girls know this at this
No,
point yet.
nobody knows this yet. I'm
Yes.
more just like
Yeah.
talking in general. That's kind of why the men are not forgetting things.
Yeah. We see more of his Stacy, his helper, like with her envelopes, dropping her envelopes, her bags, and Stacy is just such an interesting character over time.
Stacey is the type of woman who chooses to ignore awful men because it benefits her. She's like a
Yes.
Ghislaine Maxwell type person.
She is. She is like her. She seems a little bit less like Ghislaine, I think, is like, I mean, everyone's sick, but I think Ghislaine's like in love. And
Yeah, Ghislaine is obviously
weird whole thing.
a horrible, horrible person. And
Yeah.
Stace is also not good, but
No, but Stacey's kind of just like, it's fucked up and I don't want to know about it.
yes.
You know, and I want money and I want to benefit and I don't want to know what's happening here.
Yes. And I think it's like, it's again, I think a very common thing for so many. I think that a lot of women are just like, I would rather just ignore that this is happening. Like, oh, they're not doing it to me. So I'll just ignore the fact that, because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to address that, like, a man that you're benefiting from is doing damage to other women. And I think that's super common of women just like, I don't know. I think it's why a lot of powerful men get away with things, because like, if you think about like Harvey Weinstein, it's like a lot of women weren't going to stand up to him because it was like, well, I owe my career to him.
Yeah.
So why would
that's my whole paycheck.
Yeah. Why would I cause waves or whatever?
Yeah.
But I think we see it on a smaller scale as well, with women just being like, oh, well, he's my friend. Oh, he's, you know, my sibling, maybe. Like, he's somebody, and it's just, like, uncomfortable for me to address that he might be doing bad things.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of Stace's whole deal. Anyway, so we're at dinner, and Camilla is there because she finalized the sale of her app. It's called The Cycle. It's an astrology app. And this is when we've seen Haley Joel Osment throughout this movie, but this is when I feel like he talks for the first time. I love Haley Joel Osment so much.
Is this the guy with the heart-shaped yellow glasses?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
He's a child actor?
He was the kid in Sixth Sense.
Got it. Okay. Yes.
So, and his character in this movie was a former child star.
Oh, funny.
And I feel like Haley Joel Osment's entire career post being a child star has just been like wacky, artsy movies and like playing parodies of himself. Anyway, so he's like talking about her astrology app, and he's like, oh yeah, it's so sick. It tells you that your sitcom got canceled and your wife is sucking your neighbor's dick because Saturn is teaching you to process your feelings. Like pissed off about Saturn. And then she's like, I'm glad you're finding it helpful. And he's like, yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
It's very funny. They like do drops of psilocybin and Molly or whatever.
Yeah. Also, Frida has spilled wine on her dress. Yeah. Anyway, but yes, they're doing psilocybin and MDMA drops for dessert.
Somehow at the end of the night, she doesn't notice, like when she's in bed, the stain on her dress is gone. Somehow.
Yes, the stain on her dress is gone. She's like, what's that about?
Yeah.
Then it's the next day. Like everyone's just kind of, for the first part of this movie, it's like, next morning, next night, next morning, next night. We're hanging out by the pool. We're having dinner. We're doing drugs. Like
over and over and over. Them like kind of running at night. We see over and over all the women running at night, and then like, it becomes like a bit, and then they're like, "What are we running? Why are we running?" You know. Yeah. And then later you're like, "Oh, probably from these fucking scary ass men." Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, the creepy lady's there. She keeps smiling at Frida. Frida's like, what the fuck? But we're kind of like just losing track of time. And that kind of becomes a big thing where she's like, how long have I been here? What day is it? What's going on? Which is so terrifying. I feel like that always, I don't know, whenever like the times that I've been unemployed or like even summer break, when you were in school, it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like,
Yeah, where is time? My days are
yeah.
bleeding.
So we're going through all of this. We have the point where she says that her nail brand is called Animals. Bad name, as we already discussed.
He doesn't get it for a while. She tries his vape pen, and he leaves his vape pen with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she finds, at least a few times, I don't know if this is the first time, that like she's in bed and she finds a ton of dirt under her nails.
Yes. She keeps waking up with dirt under her nails. She woke up and her dress had been suddenly cleaned. Like, It's always, yeah.
Ugh. And
that's like the worst feel. Such a bad feeling to like wake up and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, how did this
happen? What happened and why? It's very scary.
Yeah. She goes to his place to give him his vape back, and all these boys come out of his place, and she says hi to the therapist, and he's confused that she remembers him. I don't know if the implication was that like the vape had stuff that made her remember or what. Because like he was like just thought she shouldn't remember him at all.
That's actually really interesting, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is actually true. Because in the end, she changes his vape for the
forget juice
flower stuff. But we do see a close-up of the vape juice, and I didn't pay attention to like what it says on the label, but it is made on the island.
Yeah.
So I think it could make sense that it has some of the venom.
Yeah. They give the therapist back his phone, and then there's like a lot of talk over and over again about this chair.
Yes. Slater doesn't like where the chair is. He keeps talking to Stace about it. Cody can't find his knife at this point.
Yeah, the chef guy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pool times, and then at some point Frida's with Slater and she laughs, and then she says something horrible is about to happen. And he's like, what are you talking? She's like, when things are good, that's when the bad stuff happens. And we see...
She asks, when are we leaving? He says, whenever you want. And it's, again, that feeling of like, oh, you have so much control over this situation.
Yeah, you have agency. Mm-hmm. You're here because you want to be here, obviously.
Yeah.
See Jess wrapped kind of in yellow, sort of in the woodsy area, and she sees the housekeeper killing the snake.
Yes.
There's more like, who's got my lighter? There's more dancing time.
Someone, Frida has the lighter. She's like, I don't even remember taking this. Like, now we're starting to be like, we're really losing track of time here.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jess is starting to be like, something is wrong. Like, Jess is like, I don't like this.
Yeah, and then she gets bitten by the snake.
Yes.
And Slater kills the snake, and then Jess starts being like, this is scary. It's weird that everyone's laughing. There's something wrong with this place.
Yeah, she's like, should I go to a hospital? They're like, no, there's no hospitals.
There's no hospital.
She's like, I want to go home. And Frida's like, let's not do anything crazy.
Yeah, and she's
Jess
like begging
really
her because
like, something's wrong.
But then Jess is like, be happy. Like, I'm feeling good for once here. Blah, 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 blah.
Or
just
Frida
like,
is to Jess.
Yeah, Frida is to Jess. And it's like a bummer because you're like, I hear you that life sucks where we are, but...
Yeah, and this is another thing that, like, I think that a lot of women have been in this situation where you're like, well, I don't want to leave my friend, but my friend's being kind of a dumbass right now.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. It's
them.
a lot
I
of, like,
support them.
I really feel like this movie is obviously such an extreme version of what I think almost all women have experienced in some way or another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just that like sense of unease and psyching yourself out of it, or like friends psyching you out of it, whatever. Mm-hmm. Jess looks up at the moon and has a nosebleed, which we later find out that anytime someone has a nosebleed, it lets you know that like the venom is having an effect or going to have an effect, bringing back their memories or whatever.
Yes.
Frida wakes up like feeling good, sprays perfume on herself, goes on a walk and finds one of these red bags.
Just on the sidewalk. She's kind of like going into a room to be like, where is this bag from? And she's in a room. It's full of red bags. Yeah, it's very scary.
They're all like on like a display, like lit behind. It's very yucky. And then
She
she like
hears
kind of
someone, the creepy lady's there, and she's
the
like,
housekeeper.
yes. And she's like, what's your name? She's just like, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit. And then she pulls out this like bottle of green liquid that she's drinking. And Frida's like, oh, I get it. You're drinking on the job. Like, no worries.
Yeah, and then she offers it. The housekeeper offers it to her, and so she drinks it. I don't think she's drinking it. I think she's getting it from the snake right now. She's like
Oh,
taking that.
yeah.
That's why there's a snake in the sink.
Yes.
And she
You're
offers
right.
it, and then Frida takes a shot of it, and it's like very strong.
Mm-hmm.
And when she leaves, the chef guy's like, "What are you doing here?" and tells her like to go somewhere else because she quote unquote shouldn't be here. We're seeing more montages of like women running through the night, and then like, oh, why are we running? Why are we yelling and running? And we see shots of snakes, and we see a shot of Jess saying, "Hide this," regarding the knife. Just like quick little blinks of all of this stuff.
Of a bunch of stuff that she's starting to remember. Yeah. And then she's waking up with a bloody nose. She's throwing up. There's more dirt under her nail.
Yeah.
We're back at breakfast. Haley Joel Osment has a dick on his face. Heather has cut her bangs. And the guys are like, we're going fishing.
Yeah. And Jess isn't at breakfast.
No, she's not at breakfast.
And we see more of this guy in the forefront who sometimes we see. And at first I thought he was like some doctor documenting stuff, but I think eventually he's just some kind of security.
Yeah, he's Slater's security guard.
Yeah. And the guy's going on a fishing trip, and it's girl time with face masks.
We're doing face masks. They're passing around the smiley face lighter, which has Jess's name on it. And this is when Frida's like, wait, where is Jess?
Yeah.
Why is she not here? And everyone's like, who's Jess?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
And it's very scary.
Yes.
It feels very like scary Stepford wifey almost, where each of them like turn one after the other, like, who's Jess?
And very then scary. She finds Stace. She's like, where's Jess? Stace is like, who is that? She's like, she was staying in the room next to mine. She's like, the storage room? She goes into the room Jess was staying in, and a bunch of just random things. And this is when she's upset. She hits the mirror. The knife falls out from behind the mirror.
Which is like a mirror. Which was a mirror of how in the beginning Frida hid her money behind the mirror when they were looking at. So I don't know if Jess like knew that was a place to hide it or something, but it was fun to see that pulled back. And then Sarah brings her lighter, and Sarah's like, I think I know if there was like a whole other person here. And this one Sarah admits like, I think I'm having a great time, but I also have this feeling that I'm not. Yeah. Which is so interesting.
Well, I think that this is again like the intuition. I think this is what I mean with like the difference between, and I guess it can also happen if you're like blackout drunk, but like I feel like there have been times when I've like lost track of time or like not remembered what happened the night before, and you might be like, oh, I feel like I maybe embarrassed myself, or like, oh, I wish I hadn't like remembered. But there is a feeling of when something bad happened and you're just like you do remember it. It's like your body is like, something bad happened to me last night. And like, I don't remember it happening, but like, I know it happened.
Yeah, exactly. The body keeps score, it turns out.
Turns out the body does keep the score, you know?
It loves it. It loves it.
And so I think that all of the women are really starting to have this feeling that it's like, oh yeah, we're drinking and having a good time, but like, are we? Like, is something happening?
Yeah. And so Frida's like, yeah, I have dirt under my nails and I don't know how it got there. And Sarah's like, I have a weird bruise. Like, I didn't become a champion of the whatever her like weird reality show because I fell. Like, I don't fall.
And this is when she also reveals that Cody just chatted her up in a coffee shop. She's like, we weren't dating. And she's like, I don't know any of these guys. None of us know these guys.
None of them know these guys. None of the girls really know each other. The only people who knew each other were Frida and Jess. Yeah. And Sarah starts to freak out and get pissed, you know?
Mm-hmm. And she's like, they're distracting us with cute outfits and champagne, but they're trying to control us and make us look crazy.
Yep. And so they go to Stacy's room to look at all the bags.
Yeah.
And then Sarah's like, we need to call the cops and the FBI. And Frida's like, what do you think's going to happen when we call the cops and the FBI? You know, like, what do we say? What do we
Be
show
like,
them?
we think something bad is happening here.
We don't remember anything bad, but the vibes are off in our bodies.
Yeah, the vibe
Like,
is something bad happened to us. Can you make this stop? And cops would be like, no.
no.
Even when women come with straight up evidence and they're like, this literally happened to me. It's like, unless you have video evidence of it. And even then, like, I don't fucking know. Like,
yeah, even then it better look so fucking violent. And even then it's like, oh, maybe they were just into rough stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's like, unless you get basically a rape kit done right away, and even then, it's like, who knows if that's going to work? And also, when you've just gone through a sexual assault, the last thing you want to do is go do a rape kit.
It's
like,
awful to be like
crazy.
invaded again. It's so scary. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible. And then Frida thinks it's the snake venom that's going to make them remember. And she offers it to Sarah, and Sarah drinks it. And they're like, okay, we got to get all the girls to drink this venom. And so they do it in shots.
Yeah, they're like, how do we get it tequila? And this is when they're like, shots, bitches!
Yeah.
This is like a fun, I don't know. I was really loving both of these dumb girls.
It's
like,
so
what's
fun.
in these? They're like, snake venom. And they're just like, hell yeah!
And Stacy walks in, was like, I used to slam it. And she also slams it. And we see like Frida's feet walking. She has a nosebleed. Another weird running
Sarah's getting a nosebleed.
Oh yeah, Sarah's getting a nosebleed. And everyone eventually is getting nosebleeds.
And this is, Sarah's remembering everything. At one point, she to Heather, she's like, cool it on the shots. And Heather's like, I'm like really hardcore.
And they decide that Frida's going to go try to find something. So they make a code for when the guys are back from fishing where Sarah is supposed to yell fat blunt to let Frida know something bad's happening, Yeah. Or to get out.
And she's trying to break into Slater's room. And Frida's found all their phones. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to get their phones back. There's no service, of course. And then she finds a box full of pictures, and it's like people holding gift bags. She starts trying to stuff them in her dress. And that's when Slater comes in, grabs some vape fluid.
Yeah.
We think that he's caught her. He's like, what are we going to do about you? But it's just the chair.
It's just the chair. I don't know what the deal is with the chair.
I know. I was trying to figure out what the chair represented because it's like obviously something he's like uncomfortable with where it is. It's like never good enough for him. It's also a red chair, and like the gift bags are red.
Like, the flowers are like reddish, you know?
So
it's a thing.
I don't know what the red chair. I'm just going to look up red chair symbolism and see if
something say that like it's a cue that things are off beneath the surface. Like this is the one thing that's kind of like off.
Yeah, we got red rabbit. We got
red flowers.
The raspberries are floating in the glasses of champagne.
Yes,
you're probably reading the same thing as me.
I'm not, but I remember that.
Okay, so then we cut to suddenly maybe it's Sarah's remembering or she's remembering, but she's remembering.
Frida's remembering.
What?
Frida's hiding under the desk, and that's when it hits her, and she remembers.
She remembers everything, and she remembers they're all tied up on the floor. They're killing Jess. They're like, she got bit. She remembers everything. We have to kill her.
Yeah.
And we're back at the pool. And she's like talking to Sarah. What do we do? And like, we keep pretending.
We have to keep smiling.
We know. Yes. Like, we have to smile through this and pretend like everything's okay. Yeah. Because it's, again, like, women pretending everything is okay to keep ourselves safe. Yeah.
It's very scary. We see, like, we witness kind of a night now. We actually witness what a night is like.
She basically, it hasn't kicked in with Heather and Camilla yet. We're at dinner, and like all of these memories are coming back to her, and it's like these men are tying these women up. They're chasing them around. They are raping them. Like, and we also realized at this point, Lucas, who is a younger guy, like an up and coming tech guy, this entire time on this island, we realized that he's also getting the perfume. Like, he is also he's not being included with the women, but he is getting raped.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Who's he getting? I don't know. I was confused about him the whole time. Maybe I just like didn't notice him.
He was a part of the rape situation. He is forgetting everything as well. Yeah. But because he's a man, he is being included with like the man stuff. The boys. And I think that he was an interesting, like, obviously all the women kind of band together, but this is like, I think he's a gay man, probably, like, and I think it's like showing like how powerful men take advantage of young men as well, and like they're bringing him into their, like, I don't know.
I think it's confusing because you think like as a man that you like can't be, won't be, or you'll be treated differently, like that this wouldn't happen to you. Like, you're one of the boys, this couldn't happen to you.
They're not going to do that to you, but they will do that to you. And powerful men rape other men as well.
Yeah,
like,
it's sick.
That happens all the time. Yeah. My conspiracy theory is that there was a lot of that happening on Epstein Island, and that's the reason they don't want the files released, because that's like the bad, like, you're like, yeah, raping women, but
fine.
Yeah, I really think some bad things. Well, obviously, we all know some bad things happen there.
I think it might have. I think even more bad things.
Hot take. I think rich men with islands, bad things happen there.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, rich men should not be allowed to have islands.
Yeah. So Sarah's like coming to grips, remembering everything Frida is, and they're like kind of getting to. Sarah almost spoils it at the table and like talks about women working together, and they realize they have to like seem cool and chill again. So Frida starts like dancing, and so does Sarah.
Milla's having an emotional meltdown. She's like, I love you, girls.
Yeah.
And Sarah is like, it's always been hard for me to make girlfriends. And she's like, it's because women have been taught to compete against each other when we should really be supporting each other. This is when the men are kind of like,
what's going on? Why are you guys saying things?
And I do think, like, the women competing against other women is, again, a thing that was made up by the patriarchy, because when we band together, when we work together, when we call out their bad behavior, we are more powerful, we are stronger, and they don't want that.
No.
It is way easier for us to be controlled
Absolutely.
when we are fighting against each other. It's the same thing with any time. It's like, have people fight against each other, and the people in power don't have to control you because you're doing the work for them. Like, whether it's women fighting women, whether it's like poor people fighting other poor people, whatever it
100%.
is, the people in power, if the people below them are fighting, then
they're good. They're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's why like they bust unions. Like, you don't want people together to come.
It's a bug's life where the grasshoppers are like, one ant, not a big deal. If they all band together, bad.
Big deal. Yuck.
Yeah. There's more of us than them.
And like Sarah, like, she was literally on a show where it was women competing against each other, you know? Like, this is kind of all she knew.
Women, it's like a really fucked up thing that we do, and it's to impress men. Like, I really think that women tear each other down and don't help each other out because I don't know. Like, this movie is, I think, a very interesting commentary on, the way that women, we just like hurt each other sometimes.
Yeah. It's awful. But we see the girl who has no voice looking over at the chickens. The other women, Camille and Heather, are like starting to get nosebleeds, and it's big and it's scary.
And so does Stace.
Yeah. And Slater says to Frida that she smells different.
Yeah,
she doesn't smell like the perfume anymore. Yeah. And then curly hair girl stabs the little guy with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah stabs the cook's hand. Everyone's like hitting. The girls are fighting.
Yeah,
Essentially.
now the women are fighting back. And I also loved that they're killing the men with all their favorite things. Like the chef gets hit with his fancy knife.
Yeah.
The fucking asshole who was playing chess all the time gets the chessboard slammed over his head. The chef guy gets the wine opener put through him. Like all of them are kind of getting killed with their favorite things,
but their own things.
The security guard shoots Heather. She dies.
Yeah. Sad. And Slater's chasing Frida.
The security guard is.
The security guard's chasing Frida. And Sarah hits him in the head with a coconut. And
they take his gun.
Yeah.
I love, so they're, at this point, all the guys are together, and one of them is like, they know everything, we're going to hell for this. And then Lucas, the kid who's forgetting everything, also is like, but we're such nice guys. Like, what do you mean?
And I think he's been perfumed so he doesn't remember the bad things.
No.
So he's just like, he literally, in his mind, is like, what are we talking about?
Why have these women lost their minds? Dudes. Why are they killing these guys who were so nice to me? And I think this is another, like, men protecting other men. It's like, well, they've never done anything bad to me. But it's like, maybe they have. And in this situation, they have to him. And it's like, oh, but we're nice guys. And, like, they took me under their wing. And, like, these women must be fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely, because I don't see anything bad happening to them. I don't know what we're talking about here. They're probably crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Red Rabbit thing comes up.
So Frida runs into her room, I think, and all of the pictures fall out of her dress that she like stuffed in there, and I was like, how did those stay in this very flowy dress?
Doesn't make any sense at all.
But whatever. They fall out. She's looking through it. This is when she realized she's been there before. She had red rabbits on her nails.
Yeah, she saw pictures of herself
together.
Yeah, she'd been there before. And Stacy comes to her room.
Yeah, she comes in and she's like, I didn't want to remember. She's pissed.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't. Yeah, she's just an enabler.
Yeah, she's like, forgetting is a gift. I don't want this. Frida stabs Stacy. Stacy's like, help me. And Frida's like, bitch, I tried.
I tried. Like, you shouldn't want to forget all of this. You shouldn't want to ignore all of this stuff that these men are doing for your own benefit.
Yeah. And so, she remembers all the ways she'd been there before. I don't know if this is where we see it, but we do see it earlier in the movie. Slater asked her about a scar near her eye. He's like, how'd you get that? She's like, I don't know. And we find out it's from like last trip, you know?
Yes.
And the guy who played chess, he was missing a pinky the whole time. And we never knew about that.
Why?
Turns out Frida had like bit his pinky off last time. Like
trying to get away. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really yuck. And so I forget where we go next. I have written, let's go say hi to the guys, but I don't know why is it Sarah and Frida deciding to do that together?
Yeah, they're both like, they've got their gun, they've got their knife. They're like, let's go in there. They're basically squaring off. People are getting stabbed. All the men are dying at this point.
Yeah.
And Frida and Slater are kind of
talking it out, and Slater's like, you've really outdone yourself this time. And he's like, this could work. We can like have a good time and sip mimosas. And he says, listen, none of this brunch is so real. You know what I mean? Brunch is real.
Yes. He's like, he has this line, so everybody's dead. What now? And she's like trying to cut herself free because he has her like tied up, and he's like, come on, brunch is real, brunch is fun. And then it's not real forgiveness, and then he does this like whole act of like, I'm sorry, and
it gets crazier,
I'm
he
sorry
yells
over and over again, just like losing his mind. I'm so sorry, and then he just like stops and he's like, so we good?
He's like, there's no forgiveness, there's just forgetting. And he's like, you forgot this whole fucking place, you know?
Yeah. He's like, I could say sorry a million times and you'll never forgive me. But it's like, you're doing terrible things. You don't just get to say, you don't get to rape people and drug people and then say, oopsies, I'm sorry.
Sorry. It's sickening. And he talks about how he wishes his sister would be free and forget. My sister's always like, how can you play tennis with that man after what he did to us when we were little? You know?
Yes. And this is when he's like, I don't even remember it. So no big deal.
It obviously didn't affect me except for this thing that I'm doing now that may be a result of that, maybe not. Mm-hmm. Maybe just be being a fucking powerful shit. We don't know.
Yeah.
And Sarah's trying to shoot to get in, and then Slater leaves to go chase her because he realizes that she's out of bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he comes back, Frida's got a knife, and Slater takes it from her. And she's like, don't kill me. And he's like, you think I'm going to kill you? You're my best friend. Like, you know more about me than whoever. And I'm just like, what's going on? And then when he says you're my best friend, the guy with the pinky off goes, what? Like, he thought that she was Slater's best friend.
Yeah.
Which is so fun. And he's
about
to
figure out, do you think that's just like him trying to manipulate her? Or do you think he's being honest?
I think there's a world where he's told her maybe more than he has some of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're supposed to be under the impression before we find out all the awful stuff that he is drawn to Frida. But now that we know, it's just because like he's done it before. He's seeing if he can do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a fucked up man. It's very unclear. And then
he's holding the knife to Sarah's throat, and then he's suddenly coughing because he's smoking this vape, and she has replaced the vape with the flower stuff. And then all of a sudden he's looking around at everything, and he's like, what happened to Camilla? Like, what's going on? What is this?
He's suddenly confused. Everything's on fire.
Yeah, he knocks over some candles. Place is going up in flames. Mm-hmm. Our crazy red rabbit housekeeper lady is just like, woohoo!
Yeah, she's pretty stoked on it. I love it. At some point, Frida says again, like, I need a vacation, which we hear her say at the top of the movie. And they're like, you got a light? And then she's like, wait, I forgot something. And she drags Slater's body out. And Sarah's like, I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And then we cut to the gala the next year.
Yep. And the therapist says to Slater, like, you're a hard man to reach. And Slater's like, who's it? Like, he clearly doesn't know who the therapist is. He's clearly like very confused and pretends to know him. Yeah. And then I think Frida's like, we're in Beijing next week. And then Frida's like, oh, I remember you. And she's like, has a different haircut or whatever. And she's like, hiya, Rich. And then Rich is like,
okay, I can see that you have now been drugging Slater. But what am I going to do?
There's nothing I can do or say, you know?
Yeah, because you'll turn all of us in. Like, you've clearly got blackmail. Like,
yeah. And Frida is, like, married to him.
Married to Slater.
Frida's the CEO of King Tech now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're together.
And success is the best revenge, I guess.
It is. It really, really is.
She could always kill him.
Yes.
That might be how I would want to get out of this. Because, okay, so because
she could kill him, but I think people would be suspicious.
But if she was able to do it in a way, she has to play this for a while. She needs to get in good. She can't do it right away. But I feel like I would be like, I'm sick of this man. Like, I need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, he needs to die in the next, like, 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years for sure.
Mm-hmm. She's got to play it for a while.
Yeah.
Can't be too suspicious.
And what's convenient is, like, billionaires be die in stupid ways. Yeah. You know, give him, like, a submarine to go in. Give him a helicopter to go the wrong way.
Send him to space.
Anything. You know, it's doable. It's not tough.
Lace his ketamine, you know?
Yes. Many, many possibilities.
Yep.
So I say forever / until he dies.
Until he dies. But yeah, I mean, I guess good for her.
Yeah.
She got a lot of money out of it.
Yes.
Because I guess the alternative is that she goes back and she's just like traumatized and still poor. So now at least she goes back and she has money and is traumatized.
Yeah, and we don't know what she's doing with that money. Obviously, I hope she's doing useful things, distributing it useful ways, trying to figure out who these other women were, hopefully, like, giving
Yeah,
them loads
releasing
of
the Epstein
therapy and shit.
files.
Yeah. We just need someone to release the Epstein files, really.
Yeah. Moral of
Would
the
be
story,
nice.
release the Epstein
Release
files.
them. Let's find out.
Let's release the Slater King files and the Epstein
And the Epstein,
files.
same time. A double drop,
Yeah.
a la Taylor.
Uh-huh.
2 albums. Let's go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's Blink
Yeah, this was a
Twice.
rush. That's
Yeah.
been Blink Twice.
It's a rough one.
Yikes.
It's
It
a
was
way to
tough.
end spooky season on a real spooky spook.
It was very scary. But it
Yeah.
was well done. Like, I thought it was very, very well done.
Yeah.
Bummer that her best friend had to die. I did wonder, like, shouldn't her best friend, like, know that she was gone before for a period of time? Do you know what I mean? Like, last trip.
Like, do you think she wasn't there before?
I don't know why I assumed Jess wasn't there before, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were there both together before.
Yeah, I guess we don't know for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
she probably knew she was gone for a period of time, but also maybe Frida was like, yeah, I went to Slater's Island. It was so fun.
Yeah.
And like, maybe that's why at the gala, she's like, I bet if we dress up again, I could get
Yeah.
you to the island. Like, and it was
Yeah.
fun last time. Although we don't see
Yeah.
that. So it's really just sort of like, who knows?
We don't know what happened. I'm not under the impression that she knows she went to an island at all. I'm under the impression that she just like talked to him, he complimented her nails, and that's all she knows.
That's all she knows.
Yeah, I really think
Yeah,
that's it. She
then
doesn't seem to remember
Jess should
anything about an
know.
island.
And I don't
Unless
feel like
Jess
there's
was with
any
her.
hints
Yeah.
off the top.
It's possible Jess was with her last time too,
This
I
is
guess.
maybe a stretch, but Jess at the very beginning is getting back together with her ex. Maybe she
Yeah,
was
so maybe she was
staying
away.
with her ex and like not
Yeah.
really. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
but I don't remember anything off the top that would indicate
No,
that.
indicate that. I also like am very kind of how the flower works, how much you don't remember until when, you know what I mean? And like, how do you function in like a CEO capacity? How do you know that you're like in love with this woman over, you know what I mean? Like how
For
does it all work?
him?
For him too. Yeah. For everyone, but like him in this context now, since that's how it ends, you know?
Yeah.
You just have him vaping every day and forgetting. And you're just like, we're here now. Kind of like what you do with like an Alzheimer's-y family member. Like, we're here now and I'm this and you like this.
Yeah, I think that he's just like so confused. She can kind of do that. And I wonder if she doesn't take him out very often. Like, probably just like when it's necessary.
I would just so worry about like when a guy that big starts like getting angry or getting too confused and getting like violent. He's clearly an extremely violent person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and the
Like, she's
interesting
gotta
thing
get
with
rid of
the
him.
forgetting is that the women, it's not like alcohol or like a roofie where they're like passed out and they're being taken advantage of. It's like they are reacting like they are being attacked.
Yes.
They are running away, they are screaming, they're fighting back. But they just don't remember any of it.
Yeah. Which is
so
crazy.
You are like yourself in some ways.
Yeah. And also just, I mean, obviously like sexual assault is like sick no matter what. But then also like the sickness of like wanting to do this to someone who's like tied up and screaming. Like,
no, that's just like super, it's again, wanting to do it to, well,
it's like
we
a
talked
lose-lose.
about,
Passed out person is disgusting. It's not a person.
it's disgusting,
Someone
but that's where I feel like if
screaming
you
is
want to
crazy.
be doing it with someone who's screaming and fighting back, I'm like, that's again, it's sociopathic. Like something's wrong. Like something is seriously wrong
So
with you.
wrong. Yeah. It is yuck.
Yeah. So that's Blink Twice.
That's Blink Twice. I'm glad October's over. Because it was
We ended on
scary,
a
but
high
also
note.
costumes. I hate costumes, you know?
I know. Don't worry, we're about to be in your favorite month.
Yay! We should, is it going to be all Thanksgiving rom-coms in November? How many
We can
Thanksgiving
do a
rom-coms are
Thanksgiving
there?
rom-com for Thanksgiving.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah. I don't know how many
All
Thanksgiving.
right.
I have already looked that up. I found a couple.
Okay.
Thanksgiving
Nice.
doesn't last the whole month. People,
No, and thank God.
like, I feel like December, it's like all holiday the whole time. I feel like October is
Yeah.
like all spooky the whole time.
Yeah, no, Thanksgiving, you don't, it'd be crazy to do
If it
that
was
for the whole
Thanksgiving, I
time.
know everyone would be miserable.
Absolutely. Except for me.
What,
All
you have to
right,
eat
this
the
was
worst food
nice.
ever all month?
Mashed potatoes and we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. I'm ready to go the fuck in on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah, you are. All right, we did a good job.
All right, this has been When Harry Dubs
When
Sally.
Harry Dubs Sally.
We're here every Tuesday. Goodbye.
Goodbye.